Have you been wondering what it's like to live in Avondale, Arizona? Well, in today's video, I am driving through Avondale, showing you guys what you can expect, showing you some of the commercialized areas, like what type of shopping you have, and then also showing you some of the subdivisions themselves. Today, we're definitely going to be going through some of my favorite neighborhoods in Avondale. I live in Avondale, so I'm very familiar with the area, but we're going to be talking about some new homes, we're going to be talking about some older homes, and we're going to be talking about some RV garages. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and keep on watching. Welcome back to Phoenix Living. I'm Nicole Baker. Today we're going over exactly that, but before we get started, you know the drill. I gotta let you know I'm a licensed realtor here in this beautiful state. So if you've been wanting to relocate, go ahead and reach out. My number and email are popping up. I would love to assist you. If you're not quite ready to reach out yet, go ahead and subscribe because I post videos every Monday and Thursday at 5 p.m. And just make sure you're subscribed because I see a lot of you guys watch my videos, but you're not subscribed. Subscribe. And let's get started in today's video. All right, headed to the next little neighborhood. You guys saw that one. Again, newer homes. The homes without the RV garages are probably going to start around 400, just depending on what size and all of those things. Another thing to mention as I'm looking into these backyards, some of these lots on new homes are just going to be so much smaller than maybe what you want. So keep that in mind too. Like as we're going over again in the Zoom calls, we will talk about lot sizes. I know that's super important to some of you guys. I wouldn't say necessarily, you know, knock off new builds completely for the consideration of lot size, because there are some lots that are going to be significantly bigger than others. Average size is probably going to be closer to that 6,000 square feet of lot size, but again, it depends on, is it a two-story? Because you're gonna have more backyard if it's a two-story. Is it not a two-story? Because then the home lays a little bit wider and longer too. So all of these things matter whenever you're talking about lot size, but there's some lots that are 22,000 square feet. There's some lots that are 10,000. There's some lots that are gonna be, you know, 5,000, and some even smaller than that. It really, like my lot is about, it's a little bit more than 5,000 square feet, and I think it's perfect. Like this is like my ideal backyard. It's not too big, it's not too small. If I wanted to put like a little small pool back there, I could eventually, if that's something I really want to do, but it's not on the radar right now. If I want a huge backyard, then I can do that too in the future, but I don't like maintenance. So, and I don't have a pool. So one day if I did have a pool, then I would get a huge backyard. But till then, so as you can see right here on the right hand side, there's an industrial building. All this whole right hand side is actually industrial building. So keep that in mind if you don't like industrial stuff. If you don't want trucks coming through your area, that could be a really big no-no for a lot of you guys. So just let me know. But right here on the left hand side is where we're gonna pull in. This is the Roosevelt community. This is like the OG Roosevelt Park. We're gonna go into the new side of Roosevelt Park, which is one of my favorite areas, especially now. It's just so cute, and I love how the builder makes their homes over there. But there's a bunch of different sizing of homes here and some more unique, fun floor plans if that's what you're looking for. We're gonna go ahead and go into the neighborhood that I used to live in personally, so you guys can see kind of, I don't know, more personal. You guys can see, I should make a video of every neighborhood that I've ever lived in throughout the valley and just drive by each home so you guys can see every home that I've ever lived in. That would probably be an hour video too, but could be fun. So we're gonna turn left over here. Thing I really like about all three of these neighborhoods is they do have a lot of green space. So if you want space for, you know, the kids to run around, or, you know, to run your dog and make them all tired and all that stuff, then those could be some really cool spots for you. Turning right in here, this neighborhood also has a lot of 3-car garages. So if you want some 3-car garages, which for some reason, you know, it's a little bit rare to find nowadays. I don't know what the deal is with that, but yeah. So the sun is so shining bright today. 103 degrees. We just drove by the house, so you guys aren't going to be able to see the house because you're going to be blinded. Okay, so right in front of us is a bigger home that you guys can check out. All of these have 3-car garages, as you can see. Good square footage. This one's probably, I mean, the big 2 stories probably like, I would say, I don't know, 3,000 square feet if I was gonna guess, just based off the outside. And I think I've seen some of them before, but they have some really cute houses in here. I love the texture of these homes, which is so weird, such a realtor thing to say, but I really do love the texture. They're like a softer, not as rough of a stucco. Each stucco home's gonna have a little bit of a different texture. Like I said, this one's very smooth and it's giving Tuscany, not Arizona. So, not that I don't love Arizona, but it's nice to see something a little bit different. Let's go ahead. Another little green space right here. This whole neighborhood's super close to all the shopping that we've been to. Even if you want to head to, you know, the north end for shopping of my previous video, you guys could see that as well. You'll be what, 5-10 minutes away from that. You can be 5 minutes away from Goodyear, which is all the other shopping. If you guys have not seen any of my videos, go back. All right, guys, sorry, my memory card got full. I'm not sure where this video last stopped at, but I'll just continue to talk as I do best. But I think I was saying we're close to all the shopping that you could possibly think of. So Goodyear, super close to that area, super close to the north end of Avondale. If you haven't seen that part of that video, go back and watch it. You have lots of different shopping options, which again is my favorite part about living in this area. Right across the street here, we'll just sneak over into this neighborhood, which again, it's still Roosevelt Park, but I want you guys to see more. So I'll drive around here, I'll be quiet, and then we'll head into the new build area where they have the community pool. It's gated, so you guys can check out that too. We are now in the new build section. So all of these homes have been built in the last few years. They're still building out all the phases. It is gated, which is super, super nice. A little bit harder to find, but I've noticed it's just a little bit, sometimes I contradict myself, but like it's hard to find in Arizona. It's a little bit easier to find it in Arizona though compared to other states. Hopefully I made sense there. I'm gonna drive by the community pool too so you guys can see that. But this builder, Madame, they have like, I think 10 or something different models that you could pick from, which is insane and super convenient because you can, you know, not every single, a builder will have 3 models, right? So that might not work for your family. So it's nice to have more and more options. I've looked at these new homes a million times because they are a lot and I feel like it's conveniently located for so many different people. It looks like they keep the pool well maintained, which is really nice. I'm not sure what the HOA is here, but you can expect to pay a little bit more most likely for it being gated and also having that community pool. If you don't want that, then it might not be the right neighborhood for you. But I don't know. I'm gonna flip around up here so you guys can not be blinded like I am. 104 degrees outside today, guys, and it's October 19th. So crazy that it's still warm, but I swear it's like Halloween time and it finally starts cooling off. We had like a teaser week where it was really nice outside, but yeah, like I said, it was just a teaser week. Can you guys see? a little bit more now. I want you guys to see like the outside of these homes because some of them have that siding. I'm not sure if you guys had watched the previous video that I had mentioned me liking the Madame as a builder just because they do, you know, a little bit more of a unique outside. I'm gonna rotate this camera just a little bit so you guys can see. You can kind of see it on this home, how they have that siding at the top of the home. I just find that, you know, really cool. And some of you guys coming from other states like Colorado are like, every house is like that. And I know, I'm jealous because I wish more houses were like that in Arizona, but I'm assuming that material maybe just doesn't really do that well in the heat. And unlike, you know, Colorado where it's a lot cooler, or some of the other states you guys are coming from, maybe you don't have to deal with as intense of heat constantly. So, you know, that material might hold up better, but we here use stucco more. And I just think it adds a little bit more interest, even like the columns, right? So like where the front patio is, super cute, and not a lot of builders do that. So that's another thing I like. And we got a bunch of parks in here, a bunch of green grass, a bunch of, you know, the community pool and the gates. There's like 4 different access points, or maybe 3 access points into this community. So, you know, a lot of the times I'm like, what is this HOA even paying for? Granted, I will always live in an HOA community, but I can understand when my clients are like, oh my God, like I do not want an HOA at all. It's because it's like, you know, I can respect that because it is kind of annoying sometimes, but if they have all this green space and things that they are keeping up, like I feel more inclined to pay for that versus, you know, a neighborhood that has one little green patch, no gym, or what is it called? No play equipment, like for kids. I don't want to pay $150 a month for that. Like that's not happening. I'll pay a little bit so that my neighbor doesn't paint their house purple, but other than that, I'm not getting crazy with it. So you guys can let me know, comment down below. Are you team HOA or team no HOA? I want to know what your guys' opinions are of that. Another thing I want to mention is because this is a new home community right here, you have so many different incentive options. Like I've seen some builders, especially there's one in Buckeye that just came up to my, you know, top of my mind, is offering a $20,000 incentive right now, which means that money can go towards your closing costs. So if your closing costs are $8,000, that's covered by the builder. And if you want to use the rest of the $12,000 to buy down your rate, you could do that. You could use it and put it in an escrow account to pay for your HOA. I mean, you have options, which is something I love about new homes. Granted, I know it's not everybody's favorite. It doesn't work for every family, but that's just something that I think about whenever I'm driving through some of these new homes and helping people out. Is I'm a huge new build advocate, and because I want to, you know, help you guys not have to spend as much money if that's what your goals are. Here's another park right at the end of this street. I mean, it's freaking crazy, guys, how many parks are in here. Very, very cute neighborhood. I would, whenever I saw this area being built up, I was like, oh, I want to live in that neighborhood because it's really more unique and, I don't know, cool looking. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, pretty please hit the thumbs up button. It really helps out my channel. And also subscribe. I post videos every Monday and Thursday at 5 p.m. And if you have questions about relocating, go ahead and reach out. My number and email are popping up. I would love to help you out. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye.